We all know the wonders of the world, they're almost on our fingertips. But do you know every little detail about these wonderful structures? Here are a few interesting facts about these structures. 7 Wonders of the World. Number 1. The Great Wall of China. The original wall, built under the rule of Emperor Qin Shi Huang of the Wen dynasty, took around 20 years to finish. 21,196 kilometers long, the Great Wall witnesses highlands, landscapes, plateaus, natural barriers and more. While it is an architectural marvel all right, did you know that this structure is also considered the longest cemetery on Earth? Over 1 million people died building it, and archaeologists have found human remains buried under parts of the wall. Creepy much? Towards the end of the Ming dynasty, the Great Wall helped defend the empire against the Manchu invasions that began around 1600. Even after the loss of all of Liaodong, the Ming army held the heavily fortified Shanhai Pass, preventing the Manchus from conquering the Chinese heartland. The Great Wall of China is 21,196 kilometers long. Number 2. Christ the Redeemer, Brazil. Christ the Redeemer is a 125 feet tall statue designed by Heitor da Silva Costa, sculpted by French sculptor Paul Landowski. Since the statue is on top a mountain, it's prone to getting hit by lightning. In fact, it gets hit around 3 to 6 times a year. Prior to the FIFA World Cup in 2014, a lightning struck and broke one of the statue's thumbs. Also, this structure wasn't originally built in Brazil, it was made in France. The statue weighs 635 metric tons, 625 long, 700 short tons, and is located at the peak of the 700-meter Corcovado mountain in the Tijuca Forest National Park, overlooking the city of Rio de Janeiro. A symbol of Christianity across the world, the statue has also become a cultural icon of both Rio de Janeiro and Brazil, and is listed as one of the new 7 wonders of the world. It is made of reinforced concrete and soapstone. The Christ the Redeemer was designed by Heitor da Silva Costa and sculpted by French sculptor Paul Landowski. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more interesting uploads. Number 3. Petra, Jordan. Little Petra is in an arid, mountainous desert region 1,040 meters above sea level. To the east, the Arabian Desert opens up. On the west, the rugged terrain soon descends into the Jordan Rift Valley, with lands around the Dead Sea as low as 400 meters below sea level. It is on the local road that leaves Wadi Musa and follows the edge of the mountains around Petra itself through the small Bedouin village of Sayhoun. About 8 kilometers north of Wadi Musa, a short road to the west leads to the small, unpaved parking lot for Little Petra and Baida, a Neolithic site nearby. There is another small Bedouin settlement 1 kilometer to the east. Archaeologists believe that Little Petra was established in the 1st century, when the Nabateans culture was at its peak in the region. It was probably a suburb of the larger city to the south, perhaps where its more successful merchants lived, and entertained their visiting counterparts. For the remainder of the millennium, and much of the next, Little Petra remained unknown to all but the Bedouin nomads who sometimes camped in it or its vicinity. Europeans, who could not visit the Arab world under Islamic rule, heard about Petra but were unsure of its existence. When Swiss traveler Jacob Burckhardt became the first Western visitor to Petra since Roman times in 1812, he did not venture to its north, or did not write about it. Later Western visitors to the region likewise seem to have concentrated on the main Petra site. Only in the late 1950s did British archaeologist Diana Kirkbride supplement her excavations at Petra itself with digs in the Baida area, which included Little Petra, not described as a separate site at the time. Those digs continued until 1983, 2 years before UNESCO inscribed the Petra area, including Baida and Little Petra, as a World Heritage Site. Number 4. Machu Picchu, Peru. Machu Picchu is a 15th-century Inca citadel, located in the eastern Cordillera of southern Peru, on a 2,430-meter (7,970 feet) mountain ridge. It is located in the Cusco region, Urubamba province, Machu Picchu district, above the Sacred Valley, which is 80 kilometers (50 miles) northwest of Cuzco. The Urubamba River flows past it, cutting through the Cordillera and creating a canyon with a tropical mountain climate. Most archaeologists believe that Machu Picchu was constructed as an estate for the Inca Emperor Pachacuti (1438–1472). Often mistakenly referred to as the «lost city of the Incas», it is the most familiar icon of Inca civilization. The Incas built the estate around 1450 but abandoned it a century later at the time of the Spanish conquest. Although known locally, it was not known to the Spanish during the colonial period and remained unknown to the outside world until American historian Hiram Bingham brought it to international attention in 1911. Machu Picchu was built in the classical Inca style, with polished dry stone walls. Its three primary structures are the Intihuatana, the Temple of the Sun, and the Room of the Three Windows. Most of the outlying buildings have been reconstructed in order to give tourists a better idea of how they originally appeared. By 1976, 30% of Machu Picchu had been restored and restoration continues. Machu Picchu was declared a Peruvian historic sanctuary in 1981 and a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1983. In 2007, Machu Picchu was voted one of the new 7 wonders of the world in a worldwide internet poll. Number 5. Colosseum, Italy. The Colosseum or Colosseum, also known as the Flavian Amphitheater. Built of travertine limestone, tough, volcanic rock, and brick-faced concrete, it was the largest amphitheater ever built at the time and held 50,000 to 80,000 spectators. The Colosseum is situated just east of the Roman Forum. Construction began under the Emperor Vespasian in AD 72 and was completed in AD 80 under his successor and heir, Titus. Further modifications were made during the reign of Domitian, 81 to 96. These 3 emperors are known as the Flavian dynasty, and the amphitheater was named in Latin for its association with their family name. Having an average audience of some 65,000, it was used for gladiatorial contests and public spectacles such as mock-sea battles, animal hunts, executions, reenactments of famous battles, and dramas based on classical mythology. The building ceased to be used for entertainment in the early medieval era. It was later reused for such purposes as housing, workshops, quarters for a religious order, a fortress, a quarry, and a Christian shrine. Although substantially ruined because of earthquakes and stone robbers, the Colosseum is still an iconic symbol of Imperial Rome and is listed as one of the new 7 wonders of the world. It is one of Rome's most popular tourist attractions and also has links to the Roman Catholic Church, as each Good Friday the Pope leads a torchlit Way of the Cross procession that starts in the area around the Colosseum. In 2018, it was the most popular tourist attraction in the world, with 7.4 million visitors. Number 6. Chichen Itza, Mexico. Chichen Itza was one of the largest Maya cities and it was likely to have been one of the mythical Great Cities, or Talents, referred to in later Mesoamerican literature. The city may have had the most diverse population in the Maya world, a factor that could have contributed to the variety of architectural styles at the site. According to post-conquest sources, Maya and Spanish, pre-Columbian Maya sacrificed objects and human beings into the cenote as a form of worship to the Maya rain god Chac. Edward Herbert Thompson dredged the Cenote Sagrado from 1904 to 1910, and recovered artifacts of gold, jade, pottery and incense, as well as human remains. A study of human remains taken from the Cenote Sagrado found that they had wounds consistent with human sacrifice. Chichen Itza was a major economic power in the northern Maya lowlands during its apogee. Participating in the water-borne circumpeninsular trade route through its port site of Isla Cerritos on the north coast, Chichen Itza was able to obtain locally unavailable resources from distant areas such as obsidian from central Mexico and gold from southern Central America. Between AD 900 and 1050, Chichen Itza expanded to become a powerful regional capital controlling north and central Yucatan. It established Isla Cerritos as a trading port. Number 7. Taj Mahal, India. One of the most popular legends about the structure is that the emperor had every worker's hands cut off so they couldn't recreate the design. About 1,000 elephants were used to transport construction material to the site. The Taj Mahal complex is believed to have been completed in its entirety in 1653 at a cost estimated at the time to be around 32 million rupees, which in 2020 would be approximately 70 billion rupees, about $916 million. The construction project employed some 20,000 artisans under the guidance of a board of architects led by the court architect to the emperor, Ustad Ahmad Lahori. The Taj Mahal was commissioned by Shah Jahan in 1631, to be built in the memory of his wife Mumtaz Mahal, who died on the 17th of June that year, while giving birth to their 14th child. Which of these facts did you find more amazing? Let us know in the comment section below, and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more interesting uploads. Thanks for watching.